Gary Cohn, Ron Darling,
Yeah.
Keith Hernandez, and Greg Picker have been
Yeah.
together 18 years.
18
Tremendous
seasons.
chemistry. What's the secret sauce here? What makes this so
People
great?
ask that. People always ask that. Like, and it's I don't think there is actually any secret sauce. I think it's just Kurt Gowdy who put us all together. Kurt Gowdy Jr. Who I just spoke to yesterday, actually. And Steve Rabb, who now is president of SNY. Kurt was really responsible for putting us all together, and I think the secret sauce is that the guys in the booth have fortunately trust our production team to put them in the best light. And honestly, I think they all have really strong personalities, but an incredible respect for one another. So I think that's part of it. And I think really, if you had to choose one word, it would be genuine. They really, in this day and age with social media and all the critics out there and everybody wanting to just be negative about everything, I don't think they really care what people write or say about them. Not in an arrogant way, but in a way that is confident. We know when we've done something good. We know when something we've done needs to be a little bit better. And it just is a great, it's just a great combination. They're genuine, honest. And I think really, if I had one of the things that's cool is that it's more than baseball. I think for fans, baseball is really unique because it's every day. So I think for 6 or 7 months, fans, if you're really a hardcore fan, you get attached to the broadcast and you get attached to the announcers because you hear them every night. It almost becomes like appointment watching, it's appointment television. Like, whatever happened to me during the day, I have Gary, Keith, and Ron tonight, and I think there really is something to that. And our guys, we try to take what we do really seriously, but we try really not to take ourselves too seriously, which sounds so cliche, but we're as apt to talk about Keith getting stuck in traffic or being scammed by the Florida Power and Light Company as we are about a guy stealing a base. And they're not afraid to be emotional. I remember the terrible tragedy when Jose Fernandez was killed in a boating accident. We went on the air the next day because we were in Miami. And the guys broke down in the booth. And I think that realness, that genuineness, the emotion, the laughing, the tears, the honest analysis for fans, the objectivity, all of it kind of goes into this pile and helps make them really one of the most popular booths in any sport. I think it's, and for me personally, to be able to work with them has been amazing. I've never worked with a play-by-play person more prepared or better at what he does than Gary Cohn, without fail. And, Ron Darling works as hard as any analyst I've ever, been around, which is saying something. And Keith brings a charisma and entertainment and a mix with those guys that you can't teach. So it's just happens to be a really good blend of guys, and they're trusting of me on the entire production team, and they're really terrific. And I think for fans, there's a great trust because they're honest, and that is, they're not really homers, they're objective. Of course, we want the Mets to succeed for a lot of reasons, but they're very honest in their calling of a game, and we don't ignore the other team. A lot of regional broadcasts are very slanted in terms of the information they provide, and our thinking has always been that the New York sport fan is pretty savvy, and to ignore one of the teams that's on the field is kind of silly. So we try to balance it out.